Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. Welcome to the BB Breakdown with Joleen. That's me. Hey, guys, and welcome to the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. That's me. I break down all things Big Brother. Most importantly, Big Brother 23. We're back. I already did a live a little bit earlier. If you missed it, I explained the whole bananas, cuckoo crazy for Cocoa Puffs situation with Mike Boogie. It's kind of like Beetlejuice. Don't say it 3 times, allegedly. So you can check that out on the live I did earlier today, the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. But today is my Friday night live, which I love because I'm joined by 2 of my favorites, Alex and Josh from Couch Potato Queens. You guys, I'm going to bring them up shortly. But first, make sure you hit that like. It helps so much in the algorithm. If you can do anything during this live, like the video. If you want to support during the live, Super Chat's a great way to do it. We'll highlight your comment. I also have a link in the description to my PayPal, Patreon, Venmo, Cash App. And Patreon, we have fun, exclusive content and all that kind of stuff. So hello. Yes, my 3rd live tonight. I am in Minnesota visiting my parents. So that's why my background looks a little different. But if you follow me when I go live with my mom, this is where she goes live. Her giant bush is behind me. There it is. It's flourishing. She believes in a full bush. That is her generation. You know what I mean? And I think that sounds great. I am for all bushes. All bushes are amazing. Bushes. Yes, Atherella says, we love the Couch Potato Queen. So we're going to have some fun tonight. We're going to break down the feeds. So this will be tons of spoilers. I have Alex and Josh here helping me because I am not fully caught up because I've been traveling and all this stuff has been happening. But they are completely caught up. So I'm going to bring them in now. Let's see. Where are we? Hi, friends.
Hi.
You guys are together in the same spot. How are you doing?
All I just want to say is Beetlejuice.
Be careful.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're scared. Are you guys doing good? You're together. This is so cute.
We're doing great.
I know. We're neighbors in real life. So
Oh my God.
I know.
Gasp.
So yeah.
Neighbors and creators together. I love it. So if you guys watch, Friday nights are always with Josh and Alex from Couch Potato Queens. And you guys have got them. Thank you. I yelled for my husband during the beginning of the live. I know, sorry. When my intro, I was like, can you bring me some lip gloss? My 3rd live, my lips are getting dry. I can't have that. So Alex and Josh, Couch Potato Queens, you guys have gotten them to over 600, did I hear?
Almost 600.
But we have a goal, you guys, of getting their subs up to 1,000 because when you're a YouTuber, 1,000 means you can monetize and it helps you just get up in the algorithm once you're monetized and all these wonderful things come about. And with the hard work they do, they deserve to be monetized. So let's keep subbing. Feel free to drop the link. I don't think I had time. Normally I pin it, but I know that it's in the description of the video. But if one of the mods want to drop the Couch Potato Queens channel link, that would be amazing.
Thank you guys.
Thank
and
you.
JL is saying 20K by the end of the year. There you go.
Yes, we hope so.
The shade from Tragics, the shade.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. And Natalie is saying, Josh, you're wearing Zach Rance and Tiffany's hat.
You know what? I love this Zach Rance and Tiffany's hat. There's no OnlyFans, so I'm not Zach Rance, so we're good. But I do have the hat, so it's perfect. There you go.
So cute. Okay, well, let's get into what's going on the feeds and just in Big Brother in general. Okay, so French Dressing went home. Were you guys thrilled?
I was living. Yeah. And
now,
I watched some of his interviews today. And some of his interviews, he's so delusional. What
did he say?
He was like making up excuses for like the whole time he wanted to meathead out his first HOH. So he made like 4,000 moves. And the meathead did go out at the end of the day. So I did 4,000. I just wanted to work with all the meatheads because I was scared of them. But Travis still went home. So, you know.
It was all his genius plan. Okay, so what about Xavier wins HOH?
Yes.
We were scared at first because we didn't know what he was going to do.
Yeah.
We were truly shook for like the first like 3 hours. And then once we got onto the live feeds and we started to see him kind of talking to all the people that we liked and kind of gearing towards getting the people that we don't like out of the house, Brent, it was nice. And now we're kind of just in like this calm, very zen place, like the opposite of Frenchie's HOH.
Yeah. So like I always get scared. I'm like that parent on the plane that wants to put the mask on the child, and like I always think of that child as Claire. So like every time someone wins HOH, I'm like, is my precious Claire gonna be safe this week, or is she getting targeted? So I'm like, is Claire safe? Okay, Claire's safe. We're good. Is Tiffany safe? Tiffany's safe. Probably. We're good. So
yes, because remind me who else is on Xavier's team? I know it's not Claire and Tiffany, but
Alyssa, Christian, the showmance, which, by the way, we're pretty sure we're just making out in the HOH bed about, 20 minutes ago?
20 minutes ago.
So,
Christian and Alyssa were, I don't see nothing wrong.
Yes.
Under a blanket.
Under a blanket. Yes.
Oh my gosh, you
Yes,
guys.
ma'am.
It was quite the scandal, really. It was in all the papers at the time.
You guys, they're gonna get their mouths pregnant, don't they know?
I
God,
know.
it's so scary.
Ooh.
Chris is like, how does Joleen not have Paramount Plus? I do have Paramount Plus. That's where I watch the feeds, Chris. I'm just far behind because I traveled all day yesterday. Today I had to work my day job, and then I had a stalker allegedly on my ass. So I've been allegedly. So I've just been.
And we are not a Mike Boogie supporting podcast. We do not stand him, and we don't like anyone that comes for our auntie. I'm sorry.
You little ones are so sweet. Okay, so we have making out. Now, Xavier, okay, so explain to me. Now, I know there were meetings that were had, so Xavier becomes HOH, and then he puts his noms up, and his noms are Brittany and Brent. But why are we not seeing Whitney because he's hooking up with her, or what's going on?
So here's the tea. So the reason why he wanted to put up Brent with Brittany is because he wanted Brent to feel safe this week. Because Brent and him met first. He met with all the different house guests, and Brent was like, I'm threatened and I want to put up Brittany and Azah. Those are the two people he wanted to put up. Obviously, Xavier's not putting up Azah. That's his girl from the cookout. Not happening. But what Xavier wanted to do is put up Brittany with Brent because he wants someone strong to play in veto. So Brent feels confident that no one's coming after him and that Brittany would be the target to play a little game with him. So that's exactly what happened. And when he put Brent up, Brent kind of is threatened now, but he still feels like he's safe. So like the whole house right now is like in on this like plan to like blindside Brent. So it's just incredible what's going on right now. It's lovely.
Do you think anyone right now, if they were picked for veto, would use it on Brent?
No, not a single person in the house is aligned with Brent in that way. I think the only like slim possibility is I was laughing. Yeah. The only slim possibility would be like maybe he could pull some strings with Whitney because she seems to be the most wishy-washy person in the house. But even she said she doesn't want to work with him and she doesn't trust him. So no, there's no way he's coming off that block unless he pulls himself off that block.
Yeah, Whitney's turned on him also. Whitney's in on this plan too, and she wants him out as well, which I don't know if that is the best move for Whitney because they want to target Whitney as well. So don't think it's smart. But.
Do you think it's because Whitney has been having issues with Brent because Brent's misogyny is showing and he keeps like acting up and saying rude shit to her and other women and also saying right out loud to women in the house being Alyssa and Whitney, we need to get a girl out next because he's terrified that their periods are going to sync up and they're going to take over the witchy world.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a fan of Whitney, obviously, because she doesn't believe Sandy Hook happened. Allegedly. we don't want Mike Buggy coming after you again, girl.
Yeah. Brent impression's probably like, hey, fly Spirit Airlines and, ladies shouldn't wear makeup and shit. And if it takes you longer than 2 seconds to get ready, you're not going to get this baby dick. Like, that's all I can think of. That's all I can think of for him right now.
So,
but
Joleen, we have another house guest in this chat right now. We have Sarah Beth right here.
Oh my gosh, Sarah Beth, tell us what's happening in the house.
Right now we have
That's really
Xavier
good.
as the HOH. I was really excited to play in the wild card competition last week. I had so much fun, and Kylan is my favorite person in the house. And I miss my girlfriend back home, but I'm really enjoying my time on Big Brother.
Is your girlfriend's name Shelly? What's her girlfriend's name again? I love you, Shelly. That was really good, Alex. Really good. Oh my God. So now we need Sarah Beth to just deliver everything we need to know on Sarah Beth. Okay. So wild card competition. Who played? So it was Tiff, Brittany, and who else? Do you guys know the third in the wild card?
Yes, it was Derek X.
Okay, so Brittany's going around the house, I heard, saying, this felt like middle school, and when everyone throws the dodgeballs at you, and you're the odd woman out, and I'm thinking, but there's only 3 people in it, 2 of which you're not aligned with, you don't really talk game. I mean, Derek X. Yeah, Derek X, you don't. So
Derek X.
It's only 2 people throwing balls at you.
So what happened was Derek X and Tiffany got together and teamed up on Brittany right off the bat. And Brittany was pissed, and the entire Joker's team was pissed as well. And they were pissed at Tiffany, specifically Derek Flop and F for Flop and Azza.
That sucks. Well, Azza seems to have a really big heart when it comes for Brittany, because I also saw that she was trying to tell Xavier, don't put Brittany up, put me up.
Yeah, what was that? Like, I'm sorry, that's like the opposite of what you do in Big Brother. The person who volunteers to go on the block always goes home. It's just like the rules. I don't make them.
Pawns go home.
Always.
That is so crazy, you guys. I think Azza just has this really big heart, and we see she's emotional because she cried like Brittany died, and Brittany cried like she was dying when she was put on the block last time. So I think Azza is just like a huge empath, and they probably shared a lot in that room and personal stuff. But I'm just thinking, like, Brittany, this is your chance. It's only your second time on the block. Yeah, it sucks to think you're the pawn, but prove to them why you shouldn't be the pawn. You know what I mean? Instead of just complaining about it. So how is she dealing with being put up again, you guys?
Better than last time.
Better than last time. I think she feels safe this time too, which I don't think Brittany will go. Like, even worst case scenario, Brent wins the veto. I still think Whitney would get targeted and voted out of the house. I think Brittany is kind of like that permanent pawn. I feel like she's going to be like the Amy Cruz of the season. Or the Johnny Mac going up.
Johnny Mac. Okay, yeah. And I mean, Johnny Mac, he did it with a loud joke. You know, every time he went up on the block. So, yeah. And Brittany, you're going to have to play with other people or strategize with other people if you don't want to be the target. Give people a reason to kind of not want to use you as a pawn. So,
Joleen, did you hear Brittany's rap? Do you know about this? Brittany does raps to everything now.
I saw it in the episode, and I was very offended because I like that Xavier told us for real. I'm so upset. Told us the truth about it. When Brittany, okay, here's what happened. I'll tell you guys what happened. She heard the Fruity Pebbles rap back in the day, and so all her raps are based on that. Like I love Fruity Pebbles in a major way. The bedrock, yellow, orange, purple, lemon, red, but they get the fruity taste. I got a trick Fred. Like, that's, you can't just copy the Fruity Pebbles rap and add in your own lace and brace. No.
I'm sorry. I'm like blacking out right now. I like need a moment to process this. First, like full on, I could have gone the whole rest of my life and never thought about the Fruity Pebbles rap again. So thank you for that, Brittany.
That makes so much sense.
But it sounds like the more I listened to it, because I rewound the episode, and I was like, that's the fucking Fruity Pebbles rap. To get the fruity taste, I got a trick bread. Fruity-roonies. Like, and she was just like, boom, bars. Those aren't bars.
Yes.
Okay, those are like bars you serve at the Midwest Minnesota Bake Off, Wisconsin, Michigan. But that ain't bars.
Bars.
but you have to do, like, if you're doing the rap, you got to do with the Brittany dance with it, like the.
But to get on the block, you gotta tell Stan. I don't know. Just, you know what I mean? She's just like, and then she was like, right? And everyone's like,
waiting for the applause.
It's like we should do the Britney rap featuring Sarah Beth. There you go.
Sarah Beth, can you do a Britney rap? It doesn't have to rhyme and you don't need bars. That's the beauty of the impression. It can be the worst rap ever. Not to put you on the spot.
Let's go.
Like Sarah Beth.
Come on, Alex.
Alex is not doing a rap. Alex will do a rap when we hit 1,000 subscribers.
All right. I know.
Subscribe to Cappuccino Queens if you want to see Alex do a rap.
I will.
Get them to 1,000 and we'll have to.
I will.
And you can even do the Fruity Pebbles in the voice.
I will learn the Fruity Pebbles rap and do it as Sarah Beth.
I'm in forensic science, so I can't be lions. You know what I mean? Like, I can't be in your alliance. I'm in forensic science, so I can't be in your alliance.
And then wait for the applause. Where's the clapping?
I did a really good Christy from season 21.
Oh, do we want to remember her? Let's do it. Let's see it. Let's hear it.
I'm like, Tommy, I can't do it. Why? I just don't even want to do it because it's like there's Tommy, and it's like, oh, everything's okay. It's Taco Tuesday, but it's Taco Tuesday. Like what?
You gotta have her chewing too. Christy, yes. All the lulls, you guys. Okay, so Brittany's handling it better. Tiffany won wild card, which were you guys just gagging, as the kids say? Gagging.
We were gagged, gooped, and all of the above.
the queen won.
Yes.
I love her.
Preseason, Hayden said, I said Brittany was if Nicole Anthony and Halloween had a kid, and I was right.
Oh, that's horrible.
Like, definitely like the same level of cringe.
It is.
But I think that like not as like bad of a person.
Guys, I have this soft spot in my heart for Brittany. Okay.
Yeah.
Like I have this, I feel bad for her. I really do. I feel bad and I just want to give her a hug. I really want to give Brittany a hug. I do.
I know.
I really do. And she deserves one. I think everyone should hug her after she gets voted out. Everyone, if you run into Brittany randomly, I don't care if she doesn't know you, just go and give her a hug because she needs one.
It's because you're good.
Raps are really good. I love Fruity Pebbles.
Be like, oh my God, your bars, girl. Your bars are fire. They're fire.
When's the album dropping, girl?
It slaps.
Brittany, are you on SoundCloud?
She could be, because she's got all those TikTok followers. I'm sure they'd follow her over. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if you guys hear an echo. I kind of hear myself echoing. I don't know if it's my computer or what's happening, because I'm not normally on this computer, but I hear myself and I'm like, I don't want to hear myself. So let me know in the chat, you guys. And congratulations, Nicole and Vic. Apparently they had their baby. So mazel, good job. Congrats. Pushed it out. There you go. There we go. Okay. My sound is echoing. I wonder what's happening. Do you guys have me open another YouTube tab?
We don't have you open. But here, let me see if this will help.
I wonder what's happening. Do I have myself open? I think I only have one tab open. But thank you guys for telling me.
I don't hear it.
Did I just start echoing? Some people are saying I don't hear an echo. Maybe I have to speak softer. Speak soft. Dun-dun-dun. Where do you go? Where do we go? I'm just going to put in one headphone. Maybe that'll work. Can you guys still hear the echo?
Do you guys don't hear
Some
echo?
people aren't hearing it. I'll put in one ear. Just one. Look, I got these.
Okay,
cool.
so we're good.
Okay, so what else is going on in the house? Okay, now that nominations are up and we have our wild card winner, what else do we need to know? Tell us everything we need to know that's going on in the house that is interesting. Who is banging who? Who's gaming who? And who's got more bars?
Well, obviously, as I said, we had Christian and Alyssa that were just making out in the bed, and it was just fantastic. We're pretty sure we saw it.
Now, when they made out, was he like this, Josh? Was he like...
Okay, so like, what did we see, Alex? Like the sheets, where the blankets were over them.
They were under the blanket, canoodling, and then Xavier walked in and caught them.
Yes.
And Xavier kind of wanted Alyssa earlier on. Has Whitney, so did Whitney kiss Kyland?
Whitney kissed who?
Kyland, I heard.
Yes.
Yes, we saw that. We were doing our podcast last night, and someone sent us a picture in the middle of it and showed us. We were like, oh, gasp.
I'm just surprised, really, that Christian, when he was making out with Alyssa, he didn't flip his hair a bunch and give her a concussion. I'm worried about Alyssa because he can't stop flipping his hair. And now, he's kissing her and he'll be in the moment and then hit her.
So we were talking about Christian, and we kind of have mixed feelings because we kind of would love it if Brent went this week and Christian went next week, and how much of a gag that would be. Like, we would love that. But like, I think Christian's kind of growing on me a little bit.
And how so?
So like, I feel like Christian is not as much of a D-bag as the rest of the guys. Like Travis, total D-bag. Brent, total D-bag. But like, Christian's not as bad. He's kind of sweet, but we'll see. I don't know. I don't think he's as bad, but
I think he's like the lesser of three evils. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So French dressing is gonna, you guys know, he's gonna be like, see, I saw it coming, because we all will get annoyed with Alyssa and Christian, I'm sure.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Go, I could have got him out. That's what I was doing. French dressing. I don't know why I'm making him talk like that. But yeah. So unfortunately, he will probably be saying that.
Oh, he's going to be all over Twitter being like, I told you, it's going to be all over the place.
Yeah.
It's going to be everywhere.
I did hear, and did we already talk about this, that Whitney slept up in the HOH bed with Xavier Baby. Do you think that had anything to do with her not being put on Blockaroonie?
I had everything to do with it. Everything.
Get it, girl. Get that game.
So Joleen, I can't really say too much about this, but I do have some inside info of someone that knows Xavier personally. This person told me that Xavier was at their apartment a week before he went into the Big Brother house. So
Dropping the tea.
I am dropping the tea that this person may be his ex-girlfriend that I know very well and personally. So I got all the tea, my mom.
Okay, wait, slow your roll. Xavier Baby's ex-girlfriend is your friend, and you just found out that they might have been, bumping and grinding before he went in the house to get a last little loving in?
All I will say is that he may have been at her apartment a week before he went into the Big Brother house.
Ooh, did she know he was going?
Huh?
Did he know she was going? Or did she know he was going?
Okay, so she knew he was going on a show, but he couldn't tell her which one. But she told me if he got during his HOH, if he got some sort of like watch, like something that was from her.
So look out for the watch.
Look out for the watch. And there is a picture of the two of them. I showed Alex, but I can't show anyone else the picture. But Alex has seen the picture.
So I can confirm this
Joleen,
is real.
I'll send you the picture in private.
Is she gorgeous? I bet she's gorgeous.
Oh, she is.
She's stunning. She's so adorable.
She's just, yes, I get it.
Honestly the most adorable person on the planet. Like, she's darling, and I hope that he goes back with her after the show. I really do, because she's so sweet.
Oh, well, shout out to you, sweetie, even though we'll never expose you because we don't dox people. Tracy says Frenchie pushed them together. That's true. He did. He started something in their head probably, and they were like, well, everyone thinks we're doing it. Let's just do it. And the feeds have been cutting a lot whenever Alyssa and Christian talk about their DR, what the DR is asking them. And they have a name for the Dominican Republic, I think they've been calling it, like when I'm in the Dominican Republic. And so they've been kind of cutting the feeds because they both said, we know what we were cast for. And that was the showmance and to be together.
Well, here's the tea is I think he was originally supposed to be on Love Island, but they put him on Big Brother.
He would be so much better on Love Island. He screams Love Island.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So who's the target are we talking if Brent wins the veto? What's going to happen, guys?
So if Brent wins La Veto, we are thinking that Miss Whitney might be the target.
Even though she slept in the HOH bed.
Even though she might. But I don't know if that's going to happen. He might put up like I don't know what he's going to do. He's saying Whitney now.
Who do you think right now Xavier Baby is the most? Is he the most honest with about his game? Is he most open? Who's the most open with?
Kyland. 100%.
Just like Kyland was with him. Mm-hmm.
Which Daddy Kyland, who is pansexual, by the way, is he pansexual? Yeah. Love him. Okay, so I went into this game when I first saw the cast and I was like, Kylan's obsessed with Xavier. That has flipped for me. I am obsessed with Kylan. I think he is just the all-around sweetest man. I want to find a husband that is just like Kylan. If not, I'll marry Kylan. He's hot.
There you go. He can find you in your beautiful pink hat. You'll fall in love over the interwebs. Oh my gosh. Is there talk of anyone else besides Whitney as a replacement nom?
Those are the three that he really threw out there. But then now that Azah has kind of like put her own name into the ring, I could see him putting her up to save getting more blood on his hands.
Yes, I could see that.
Now, there's no way Azah would go over Brittany. So if Brent wins, pulls himself off, he does put Azah up. There's no way, right? Because the cookout would have Azah's back.
Yes.
But you said Azah got mad at Tiffany. And so there's a little, is there still friction there or no?
I think that there's there's friction, but I don't think that it's going to be enough to break up the cookout because it seems like that Xavier has brought up the cookout by name, which is something that hasn't happened until recently where they've actually like spoken to each other about it. It's kind of just been like an unspoken thing. So now they actually are bringing it back up. It's becoming more of like a strong alliance. Derek F is getting more into it.
Derek Flop.
Yeah, Derek Flop is getting more into it, which like we don't stand him here, but he's numbers, so we're here for it.
I mean, I will never stand Derek F. I'm not a fan. Even though he was my number one pick in my draft, he was, unfortunately.
It's embarrassing.
I'm mortified that I chose that man as my number one, but he is horrifying in this game.
Did he yell at Tiffany?
He did. He did.
Did you see it?
I didn't watch it, but I know he did.
What was he saying?
I don't know.
Get a timestamp, Caitlin. Please send a timestamp. I cannot believe. Why would you yell at Tiffany? Derek F is just horrific. Now, after French Dressing left, I know he moved his crush onto Kylan, but has he been sulking? Like, what's his mood been like since?
He's just been sitting on the couch and lounging like he's done all summer.
Okay, and smoking the occasional cigarette.
Smoking the occasional cigarette on the couch. He's the new Amanda Zuckerman. He's tits out running the show. He's
tits out for the boys. I said tits out for the boys.
For the boys. Yeah, he is like full on the Amanda Zuckerman of this season. He is tits out on the bed in that room, and he is saying, why don't we just go after Claire? Why don't you just go after Tiffany? Why can't you go after this woman? We got to go after girls. We have to get out the girls because there's a girls' alliance. You have to go vote out all the girls. I'm like, well, you have to get off the couch. So when you're self in HOH, then you can target your girls.
We're going to know a thing or two about couches. So
Couch Potato Queens, make sure you're subscribed. Well, listen, Derek F., if you don't watch it, they're going to evict you and the pillow you always sit with. Okay. He always has a pillow over his wiener. It's just constant.
You know what? As a fellow big man, I understand that because I do that too. I don't know. It's just like an instinct to cover the belly. I think it's
that could be when
that's a big girl thing. You're like, let me sit on this couch.
Let me put this pillow.
Yeah, I guess I do hide myself behind stuff. Like when I'm on a road trip, I like to put a pillow there for comfort so I can rest my arms. So that could be too.
It's like maybe like my belly needs a relaxation. It just does.
Hashtag evict the daybed. Yeah, his daybed. We're gonna have to evict them.
So Joleen, right now the fun part going on in the house, and it's why the feeds are just iconic right now, is everyone is in on this Brent target right now. Everyone's in on it, like literally the whole house. And Brent has no clue that everyone's in on it. And he is so delusional right now.
He's so smart though, and he's such a man, and he knows the answers to things he's never studied. And he knows how much a woman should eat and what she should put on her face. And
he thinks that, what was the comment he said about women only go on dates so they can have free food or something? Wasn't that his comment?
He's one of those. Okay.
It was just,
God, I hate that narrative that men try to perpetuate. It's one of the most annoying ones.
No food is that good to have dinner with an asshole. Like, it's never that tasty. If you have to listen to him.
If it's like really good sushi. I would do it for really good sushi, but that's.
The conversation, having to be around like a toxic dude like that, I can't even get my food down.
No. I'm like, this is going to come back up.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, everyone has been insulted by Brent. He's kind of an equal opportunity insulter, if you will. He's talked down to the men. He talks down to Derek X and thinks he's just so much smarter than him, even though Derek X is actually strategizing with people. He is humble enough to realize he doesn't know everything. So he has these wonderful, smart women that are giving him information, and he's getting kind of mentored by Tiffany in this game. He's winning comps. I mean, somehow Derek was able to pull himself up and not become a pawn. So these other people, maybe they should take notes. And Brent, maybe you should take notes. I love that Brent still is talking to Derek X like he doesn't know what's happening. And Derek X is in with people so much more than Brent.
Seriously. Yeah. But Derek X is kind of like turning into the star of the season. Here's my thing. Tiffany and Derek X are like, and Kyland are really the three people. Claire a little bit too. I think like the mega fans like Claire too. But the four of them, the fans love them. Like the fans are dying for Derek X. They love him because he's like the new veto champ. And like he's replacing the old veto champ who James Ryan, which, you know, we know about James Ryan, who slept with a woman every season of Big Brother until he got married. But still, I like James Ryan, though. I'm kidding. I do like him as a player. He's a really good player.
Well, all of his old house guests and other a Big Brother house guests, even not on seasons with him, like speak of him as being, you know, the hookup guy, right?
Yes, he hooked up with a girl every season of Big Brother after his season until he got married like 3 or 4 years ago. So like 10 years in a row, he would hook up with at least one girl every season.
Oh my gosh. And he says, most of the guys in this season aren't threatened by the women. I would say, you know, the only people I think are threatened by the women were French Dressing, Derek F, and Brent, and then Travis.
Yeah.
I haven't, Kyland is not at all, as far as I've heard.
Kyland and Xavier. They're not.
Xavier baby, I don't think he is. Derek X, obviously he's not. So
no.
Yeah. I think Christian is a little bit, but I think he ended that narrative once he got into a showmance. So I think Christian's kind of taken a backseat. So
yeah, allegedly, I think James and Danielle Murphy from BB14 had a little relationship.
Oh yeah, I also know Michelle Noonan, who was on season 11. She was like the nerdy science girl who wasn't really, she was one of them as well. Oh, she was the little party girl after she was. I know she wasn't really the science girl.
And married, but really she had like an OnlyFans before there was an OnlyFans, right? Allegedly. Or something. Do you know what I mean? Like
all the tea, Joleen.
No, I think she was like fun, right? Is that the thing? Like she was just like very sex positive and just like, hey guys, I am here living my life. So good for her, man. Good for her.
I'm trying to think of anyone else in that thing. In like I hooked up with James. I bet you Jen Johnson did in season 8. I don't know if this allegedly. I'd assume that.
Allegedly.
Oh, Jen, Jen, she's still good friends with Janelle and them. So
yeah, I mean, you never know. I may be wrong. That may be completely wrong. I love Jen, by the way. Jen's a member. She had all the t-shirts.
I loved her.
She had like 15 Jen t-shirts.
Her rivalry with Dick and the back and forth now would seem a lot of parts very problematic, obviously.
Yes.
Back then, that was before we knew women had rights and we weren't supposed to slut shame. And people, we didn't, that was olden times, nobody knew that until recently, apparently. So, but she was great and she should have come back for All Stars. And I wanted to hear why she didn't come back for All Stars, but guess who jumped in? The Clubhouse app, which I downloaded. Thank you guys for the invite because I wanted to hear people talking because they have a lot of the ex-house guests on Clubhouse talking about it, and Janelle and Kaser were on, and Jen happened to be there, and she was about to, they were about to get more into that, and then guess who pops on? Tommy frickin' Bracco, and I'm like, nobody wants to hear from him.
Where's Tommy? I want to know where Tommy is.
Yeah, so then we only got to hear about Tommy, who doesn't know anything about Big Brother, doesn't know anything about the season, but pretends to. Still hangs out with all the problematic people, allegedly, from his season, and is just a snore fest. When we could hear from the iconic Jen, we got Tommy. The only legacy he has is being in love with baby bangs and teaching really worse dances than Brittany teaches in the house. You know what I mean? So that's just what I'll say.
That season 21 cast, I feel for Jessica Milagros. I feel for Jessica and Kemi. I do.
Oh yeah, Jessica, she's smart. She knows who she was with.
I do kind of I like Kat though. Like I feel like Jess. Well, she has her podcast. Is Kemi part of her podcast still? Kemi's still doing it.
Yes, but I don't think Kemi covers Big Brother. I think it's just Hannah and her and Busy Blue now.
Yeah.
But Kemi and she cover like Love Island and other fun shows like that.
Love
The Bachelor.
I love Kemi.
Kemi's great.
Yes.
Okay, so when I get near my mic, there's all these new things that Auntie Joleen is learning about technology. Okay, here we go. Yeah, BB's really pushing this Clubhouse app. I don't know.
Ooh, what is okay? So Clubhouse, I've never used it. Should I get it? Is it something I need to get?
I mean, I'll be honest. I was kind of bored on it because it's just audio, which is fine. But then I just wait to get a notification from CBS Big Brother if they have certain house guests I want to hear from. But other than that,
does Danielle Reyes go on it?
I don't know if Danielle's been on it yet. Okay. So you guys, Josh was asking so far, who is your favorite house guest?
My heart. Okay. My favorite house guest has to be, I mean, obviously Tiffany, but more realistically, it's Derek X. I think that he's had like a really cool like arc so far. He was on my draft and everyone was like, Alex, he's going to be the first boot. And now I'm like, look at me now, mom. He has 2 veto wins. He's in all the alliances, but in like the good way where people are like seeking him out and he's not just making a bunch of alliances. But man, Derek X has like really surprised me this season and he's good TV. Like he's fun to watch. He's hot. And you know that we love a hot person.
Josh, how about you?
Oh, so I have a few because I'm a Gemini. I'm like indecisive, so I can't just choose one. So I'm going to choose obviously Tiffany because she's the queen. But I do think Tiffany's kind of overplaying a little bit right now. We were talking about that. Tiffany's getting her hand in too many cookie jars right now, and it might catch up with her soon. But I hope not, because we love her. And then also Claire, I gotta love my girl who went to U of M and did Survivor Michigan and created it. You gotta give it up for Claire. So love my Claire.
Well, my favorite is Tiffany. I'm never gonna change. It's always gonna be Tiffany. I have to give it up for my fellow old lady of Big Brother. You know, I think she's great, but I'm interested to get caught up on the feeds to see this overplaying that we speak of.
Oh yeah, we'll be watching tonight. I'm going to be watching tonight, and I do go live tomorrow to talk about it as well. So,
hey, what time are you going live tomorrow?
I'm going live tomorrow at 1:30 Eastern time.
Ooh, okay, 1:30 Eastern, Couch Potato Queens.
1:30 Eastern, I will be going live. Alex, will you be joining me tomorrow or no?
No,
Alex will not be joining me, so it's just me by myself tomorrow.
Oh, Alex, like no. Nothing.
No, Alex needs a break.
No, Alex needs a break. So
good for you, girl.
I don't have to take breaks. I just like talking. I could literally talk about Big Brother 7 days a week. I could.
Right, you should, and you should.
It's a problem, but it's not a problem. So you know.
Yes. Okay, and the feeds are better since French Fry left. People are saying, which was what everyone was so terrified of. You know, or not everyone. What Frenchie was saying, and a few other people.
She was calling that. She's been calling that for a while that was going to happen.
Because there's been people on Twitter who are not like the Frenchie stans because those people don't exist. No. But just the people who are like, but Frenchie's such good reality TV and the season's going to be boring because everyone's so nice this season. And when you have a cast of nice people, it's not fun. And I'm like, no, everyone's been walking on eggshells in the house because this guy's been like ready to blow the whole time. So now that he's gone, people can actually start playing the game and not just be like afraid that they're going to have strings pulled by this guy who thinks he's the puppet master. So now we're actually starting to see where people's allegiance lies and where people actually want to start working on their own game, you know? Yeah, so I'm actually really happy with what's going on. And we're seeing like more interesting gameplay and strategy now that he's gone. So girl, bye.
Yeah, I think this is an excellent point. That kind of manic energy and negative and just, it's almost too toxic. You know, there's a point of like manipulation and lying in Big Brother. That's great. But you add that with the delusion and a hero complex. And it was just, I've said this a million times and I've talked to other recappers. I had to take breaks. It was just so dark. That dude's energy was dark. And
he just shouldn't have been cast. And here's my thing. And this is something there's something like me and Alex are talking about this on our podcast. And we want to make this known to like everyone, but like for people, those out there, like, we don't want people to like go and attack Frenchie as a person on Twitter. We don't want people to like ruin his reputation on there. Like, you know what I mean? Or like attack him personally.
There's been a lot of people on Twitter like threatening his family or like sending him death threats. Like, don't do that.
Really? People are saying they're doing that?
What?
People are saying that they're doing that?
People are doing that. I've been seeing on Big Brother Twitter just people like sending nasty tweets like about Frenchie. And I'm like, man, I don't like the guy either, but just like leave his family out of it. Like just make it about the game.
Yeah, and wife have nothing to do with I feel for his wife, the stuff he was saying on the feeds, you know.
I know.
So justice for Frenchie's wife. My God.
For real.
Apparently, Tiffany, Whitney, and Hannah are impersonating Brent, disparaging women. I'm here for that. That's what I love about the women this season is that they don't take any guff and they have everyone's numbers and the impressions and impersonations they're doing. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Tiffany especially. She is the new Danielle Reyes with the impressions, the incredible strategy. Like,
Hannah's great at impressions too and very funny. People are asking questions about Xavier's ex, but Josh can't tell you guys. He can't tell you guys stuff.
Okay, yeah, guys.
Nope, you can't.
I can't say anymore. I promised her I wouldn't say any more than what I already did. I probably said too much, but I had to say something.
But we'll keep her anonymous because she hasn't chosen to be a part of this, so we respect that. Miss Salty is saying late to the live, but happy to be here. Hello from South Africa. Hello, South Africa. I can't speak. I'm so sorry.
South Africa.
Do you guys think the ladies this season are the best group of women we've ever seen cast together on this show? Or can you think of another group that are similar, even if we got 3, 4?
Better women amazing women on the show. Season 5, I will say it forever. Season 5, you had Diane, Nokomis, you had Karen, freaking out over arts and crafts. Like, I loved Karen on season 5, by the way. Like, she's iconic if you haven't watched old seasons. Like, she had a meltdown when they gave them arts and crafts. Like, the girl literally had like a full on like arts and crafts. And I was like, love her. But the girls from season 5 were really good.
I'd say
that was a great season. Kind of an underrated season too.
And I would say 4 too.
4, Allison and June.
4 had some iconic women. Not Erica, but she actually, she wasn't aligned with the women at all. She was always out in the backyard playing giant chess with the FBI and the guy that couldn't control the guy with ADHD like me. That's what I like to call him. And then obviously 10. Oh my God, when you have Libra 10. And then we have Keisha and we have just so many. Rennie.
April and Ollie and Libra and
10 was just, I can rewatch 10 all the time.
Anytime.
And I can
it's the best
rewatch
season.
10 live feed clips, those YouTube channels that just put like live feed clips of 10 or those channels. Have you guys checked out those channels? I don't know what channel it is, but I think there's multiple channels that do it that go a BB10 in 2 hours or BB10 in 3 hours. And
just Joleen, do you not love Rennie though? Like when she's like, that's inappropriate.
Yeah. Inappropriate. It's inappropriate.
It's locked.
It's locked. Don't touch me. It's inappropriate. Like she's iconic. Now she's like selling houses and trying to navigate social media. And I don't know much about her, but God bless you, Rennie. You gave us such great TV. There's someone on TikTok, I was talking about it before, who did there's only a few Big Brother TikTokers. So if you're looking to hop on the TikTok and you want to up your game, I tried to do a couple TikTok Big Brother videos, but I just can't keep up with you kids. So, but they put together like a montage of her and Jerry and all the craziness. It was just so good. I wish I could shout out that TikToker, but I forgot the name.
Such a legendary season. And how sad is it that the person who truly represented that season, who was on All Stars, Keisha, not Memphis.
I know.
First out, and didn't even get any of the love that she deserved. Oh, so
iconic, Keisha.
So much better. Forever blame Memphis for that, and Daddy Derek and his pre-gaming. You better not. You better not. I mean, Rennie, good God, can we not please get her back for something?
Oh my God, someone said, Michelle, this is for you, Jesse! This is for you!
I just like am manifesting getting Rennie back on my TV screen. That's like all I want.
Right? Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay. So any other, I know we're gonna wrap up here. I don't want to keep you guys too long. So any other things on the feeds we should be watching, or is anyone beefing we need to know?
Honestly, right now, it's just about this veto. It really depends. And I am praying. Everyone needs to get in a prayer circle, one giant prayer circle of all the people watching, and all of us need to make sure that Brent does not win this veto. Because if Brent wins this veto, I am done. I'm done.
Have
done.
we picked players yet? Do we know who's playing?
We don't. We find out in the morning. So tomorrow, feeds will go down for like half an hour for them to pick the veto players. It will be back up probably for a few hours, and the veto competition will happen, and then we won't know until it ends.
The good thing is this is BBUS rather than BB Can, which I love, which means the HOH gets to automatically play in the veto. Because BB Can, it's like they can't. The HOH doesn't play.
Really? So HOH doesn't play the veto and can? I didn't know that.
So your power is very limited. So we do have Xavier Baby, who obviously looks good, looks strong. Now, Brent hasn't won anything. He did come close in that one HOH with Kyland. But other than that, he hasn't. I mean, the fact that French Dressing was like, yeah, if I was with two meat or less meatheads, I'd do better in this game. It's like Sarah Beth, who we have here as of Alex, beat you and Brent. You could have easily won that wild card, but you didn't. So obviously the women are schooling you, right, Sarah Beth?
Yeah. Exactly.
Sarah Beth, why did you only win that like one comp? Why didn't you win that head of household?
I think that I only won that one competition because I just really knew that in that moment it was important for me to get that for my team.
We love you, Sarah Beth. I love Sarah Beth this season. I love Alex's Sarah Beth. Yes, the Derek X and Hannah showmance. Is it still a flirtmance, or have they progressed to any touchy-feely nipple work, anything?
I mean, they were under a blanket. So when your face is covered under a blanket in Big Brother, it can only mean one thing, honey. So I don't think it's like official yet.
Oh my God. Are they sleeping in the same bed at all?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Everyone's mouth is going to get
cuddling together.
They're cuddling.
pregnant.
One of them spanked one in the middle of the night. Didn't someone get spanked in the middle of the night? So I think like Christian spanked Alyssa, like sleep spanked her. I think.
That's just like the horrible man version of sleepwalking.
Yeah,
He's like, I just do this.
Sleep spanking.
Whoops.
It's inappropriate.
Sorry.
It's inappropriate.
It's inappropriate.
Oh my God, they speak pretty graphically about the sex and the sexy time together. So I mean, we'll see what happens. I wouldn't be surprised if both of them lost their BB virginities, being Alyssa and Christian, on BB 23. But as far as Hannah and Derek X, they're just cuddling and they're cute. They're the Jim and Pam of the season, will they? Won't they? Just so cute.
I do love them together.
I don't think that that'll ever fully come to fruition. I know that we all are like shipping it so hard, but I feel like they're both kind of like too shy.
Shy. I don't know if that's.
But that makes it even cuter. So let's just make it happen.
It does. After seasons of stool poundings and people like, it's hot in here. Yeah, it's hot in here. And then two people in the bed next to them. Remember that? That was the worst sex I've ever. That wasn't even real sex. That was just, I don't know what that was.
Jessica and Cody would just have sex all the time on season 19. They'd have sex everywhere, weren't they?
Why didn't it gross me out as much as Holly, Beth, and Jerkson sex grossed me out? Because it could be because he had a conversation about the temperature of the room with Christy and Annalise while he was going like this, and she was taking sips of water. I don't know.
That was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never gonna let anyone forget about that, and people don't like that about me. But if it has to live in my mind, it has to live in your mind too. We all suffer together.
Holly Beth, 56. Wyoming. I'm kidding.
Apparently, she's doing tiki-takis with Christy, Tami,
Nicole
A, and Annalise. And Amanda and McCrae, oh, he had the big juggies in his face. It was just
she had the tits out. That's our theme.
This is the best pizza ever. Pepperonis for life. Oh man, these hookups are crazy. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I know that's messed up, but I want everyone to suffer like I suffer. Okay, you guys, that is it for our Big Brother live feed spoilers. Make sure you head over to Couch Potato Queens and sub. Once they get to 1K, they have lots of fun things coming up, and you are supporting BB recappers and wonderful, beautiful, hilarious people. Thank you both so much for joining me for our Friday Night Live.
Thanks, Jolie.
Thank you for having us.
Always, every Friday night. Probably this next Friday. We'll be in touch, but I will be kind of MIA, you guys, for the next couple days because I'm going to be at a cabin enjoying myself, but I'll try to throw in little videos. Maybe I'll throw in a couple impression videos just to hold everyone over. But until then, take care and like this video, subscribe to Couch Potato Queens. Bye, guys.
Bye.